than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Outside for Jackson. And he drives in. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Morant with it. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And Morant throws it down.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam.
George with the ball. Now defended by Adams. Here's Jackson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Morant. Down low. Here's Adams. And the rejection by Zubac. The Clippers shooting their first free throw this game. And that one falls for Jackson.
Now, part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
Sure. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround. Did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly, it's been a lot of outside factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point, but with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have two teams in LA that can be this good.
Zubac finds Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. And Leonard has it in the corner. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Outside Jackson. Carries it from three-point range. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
Now here's Jackson. Right side George. The Clippers again turning it over. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. Morant's against Jackson. Bain looking around. Passes it to Adams. And the rejection by Zubac. Morris against Jackson. Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. Stolen by Brooks. Morris with the rebound.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You look at the career of Paul George, and it's those passing numbers that have greatly improved, and he's an effective playmaker.
Now here's Morant. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
George against Bain. George dishes to Morris. Outside Leonard. Morant with the steal. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. On the wing, Bain. He's covered by Leonard. Jackson against Morris. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 7.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
Bain against George. With 4 seconds on the clock, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Three-pointer, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Great work from Reggie. The coaching staff really loves it when he hustles like that on defense.
And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies lead.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Now here's Jackson. Morant with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. And Zubats with the block. Here's George. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Brent, did you have any superstitions when you played in the NBA?
Not so much, Kevin. I really had more routine, and if I got off my routine, I might be a little bit nervous, but nothing superstitious and nothing that I can recall.
How about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
And George gets it to go.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Bain for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bain's got the lead up to 6 now for Memphis.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammate.
George passes to Morris. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Bain, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And here's George. After the three-pointer from Desmond Bain. From deep three-point range. That shot off the mark. And it's Memphis the other way. Morant with it. George picks him up. Bain kicks to Brooks. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Outside, George. Morris with a screen on Bain. George finds Morris. Back to George. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Morant against Jackson. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Out of bounds, LA ball.
Clippers trail by 10. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Lucky foul call. John Morant. First personal foul. First team foul.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. To stop the run, Brooks grabs the board. And the Grizzlies leading by 12.
First team foul.
Bain passes to Jackson. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
And this kid throws down some mean dunks. Jackson showcasing his athleticism on that one.
Now, here's George. He's got 7. Los Angeles with another miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end. They can't find a way to get the embers going.
Here's George. Following the basket by John Morant. Lets the 3 fly. Hands it from downtown. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
Just deadly from outside. PG getting some space. Does not hesitate there.
Here's Morant. And then Morant. Morant's it in.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
Zubats kicks to Jackson. And Leonard has it in the corner. Outside for Jackson. Back to Leonard. Plenty of space. Green for 2 points. Leonard's got 6.
You give him a nice pass, there's a good chance Kawhi Leonard's going to bury a shot like that.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. We've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
Oof. That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
We've got Brandon Clark. Williams is out there with Green. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Conchar into the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Mann, guarded by Green. Here's Batum. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Batum knowing how to get to the rack.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. At one point, they led by 16.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
And there's the pass to Powell. Driving to the basket. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Powell's got his first points of the game.
Norman Powell is big and strong and stocky, so he gets in that gap. He's like a bowling ball. He can take a hit.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Feeds to Clark. 6 to shoot. No good. Shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Tries again, and Covington sends it back.
Covington's aggressive defense is going to pay off, and that time it did.
Here's Batum. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Jones in the post, covered by Wall. Here's Clark, and slammed dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And Wall kicks to Powell. Takes a three. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Sinks the triple. Conchar has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Powell, no one around him. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. And it's Clark in the corner. On the wing, Williams. There's the three. That shot off. Clippers trail by 14. And the dunk by Powell.
And how about Powell to the people as Norman gets up for a loud 2 points.
Outside, Jones. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Covington with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Wall. Banked in off the glass.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Conchar, guarded by Powell with the drive. Back to Jones. Wall with the steal. Powell finds Wall. Outside, Covington. Pass to Powell. Shakes him. And it's good on the way in. Powell's got 6 points.
Great determination as Norman Powell just shook off that bump.
Now Jones. Pass to Green. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Here's Conchar. Great D that time from Powell. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Grizzlies out in front. Up. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Batum is out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in at the small forward position. To the right side. Here's Morant. They grabbed their own miss. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Trailing here by 8. A nice shot by Wall.
And on the drive, Wall can be so sudden, striking before the defense gets a chance to load.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. His demeanor was not one of the coach's team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Thank you, David. And it's in there.
George gets it going, and he is a rock right now on offense. Sturdy, steady, and strong.
Here's Morant. Dishes it to Adams. Morant passes to Adams. Brooks against Leonard. Paul George with the steal. Morris dishes to Leonard. Kicks to George. Fires for three. The rebound by Steven Adams. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Here's Jackson. And he makes good on the way. And it's 13 points for Jaren Jackson.
And don't forget his dad played in the NBA as well. So Jackson probably grew up getting bumped all the time trying to score in the backyard.
Brooks against Leonard. Back to George. Lock at 6. And it's George finishing it off.
You love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game, just able to find teammates and rack up assists.
Here's Morant. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Jackson kicks to George. Outside Leonard. A 3-ball. He can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. At one point, they led by 16. And it's Brooks in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within 8.
The team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Morant kicks to Bain, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Paul George with the steal. And now it's running. Here we go, all the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they paid the price.
Morant passes to Bain. Out to Morant from past the arc. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And George gets it to go.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Memphis leading by 4. Morant standing before. Here's Adams. Bank shot, no good.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Morris with a screen on Brooks. Leonard dishes to Morris. Misses in close. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. On the lane, Bain. Back to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Gonna go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. Here's Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
And Morris drops them both.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ballgame.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
So they foul intentionally.
Reggie Jackson. His third personal foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
The confidence Morant has in himself is impressive. He brushes pressure off like it's nothing.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game is coming through.
Here's George. Offline with the baseline jumper. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.